Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Saiyami Kher and I have Michael with me. Well, Delhi are 87 for 4, the 10 over point. Everything going right for KKR. Michael, they've come batted the way they have, and then, like you said, perfect day for Mitch Starc to get some wickets. He's done what was required of him. Sunil Narayan's looking great with the ball. So all in all, things looking very good for KKR.
Yeah, I think as from a KKR perspective, 30 overs into the game, I don't think you can play any better. It's taken forever. It's been a slow game, but in terms of KKR with the bat in hand, obviously Sunil Narayan and obviously the whole order amassed this huge target, and then the kind of icing on the cake for KKR would be Mitchell Starc to perform, and he has done. He's got two big wickets. He's two Aussies, David Warner and Mitchell Starc, and Mitchell Marsh, should I say. It's 18 and over. They've got absolutely no chance. I think what Delhi will be thinking, can they get somewhere close just to make sure that net run rate doesn't get a complete hammering?
We'll have a look at the batting card because, like you said, Delhi had to go for it from the word go. Weber Varora came in, the ball was moving around a little bit. Warner went for 18, then Prithvi Shaw went for 10, and then those two ducks there. Now, like you said, Rishabh Pant and Tristan Stubbs just trying to steady the ship to kind of get closer and get that net run rate a little.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bigger picture, isn't there, every time Rishabh goes out to bat, because we saw him get a 50 in the last game, and it's now about Rishabh just building up on what he did in the last game. Can he get another 50 or 70? Is it a couple of nice sixes? Looks in decent touch. So in terms of the bigger picture for India, I think Rishabh Pant's innings is important. It's also important for his franchise team because, as I said, they've got to try and get as close as possible, because at the minute it looks like they're going to take an absolute pasting, and the net run rate will get a good old bash in as well. So KKR have been too good, too strong. They just look a quality outfit. They've got pretty much everything covered, and Sunil Narayan's first 2 overs have looked very, very difficult to hit. So Sunil Narayan's having a nice night out in Vizag.
Well, let's have a look at the bowling card because the batting card looked very pretty for KKR and the bowling card is looking very good as well. Like you said, Sunil Narayan just the 8 runs in his 2 overs, and they don't seem to be picking him at all. No,
he's a hard bowler to pick. I think he's certainly back with his revolutions on the ball, all these different variations. He just kind of subtly just moves the ball either way, and he's always bowling that in-between length. He doesn't bowl it too full that you can just strike and it's irrelevant which way it's spinning. It's always that in-between length, and there's just an element of doubt for the batter whether they've picked it or not. And he's a very, very difficult bowler to pick. He doesn't kind of flick the wrist. He kind of just comes out the front of the hand. He's flicking the fingers either way. He looks back to his best as with Sunil Narayan in this kind of form. Andre Russell, the two West Indians, they look like a formidable pairing for KKR this year.
So, Michael, your advice for DC, they have a strike. I mean, they don't need to go at 18 runs plus runs per over. So, do you think they'll just now look at getting closer to the target?
Yeah, well, they'll go for it. You've got two really good players in Tristan Stubbs and Rishabh Pant. They'll try and get as close as they possibly can and try and get on top of the KKR bowlers, but in realistic terms, they can't win the game, but they have to try and get to 200, 220. If they get bowled out for 150, 160 and lose by 110, 120, as I said, that net run rate is going to take a real pace. And we all know, particularly those teams at the bottom now, I can't see that they're going to get right to the top. It'll come down to net run rate if they get anywhere close to the elimination stage. So it's important that you don't take a hammering.
All right, the good news for us is Ms. Joy Bhattacharya got the prediction right, so we will be celebrating that in the post-match show. So please join us. Don't forget to join us in the post-match show. That's all for now. We'll see you all soon.